Hi, this is Vince. Today we're going to talk about increasing your brain capacity. Now, you only use about 10% of your entire brain. The whole idea here is you want to use it all. Okay, if you ever want to get really involved with psychic phenomena, psychic research, and just plain anything you could think of, you have to activate your whole brain, especially in teleportation and telekinesis. You need it all working for you. Now, a lot of people out there are going to say, how do you do that? And you don't even know if you have psychic powers or not. Everybody has psychic powers, whether you know it or not. You just have to know what to look for, and you have to develop it. Okay? I'm going to show you a secret way that nobody else in the whole world knows about. We're going to discuss this. Now, if you really want to excite your whole brain, you're going to have to do it mentally. You have to think of two beams of light first, right? Okay. You got to think of two beams of light coming down to 2 points. And where this light terminates, like on a wall or on a board or something, you're going to see two little specks. Almost like a laser pointer. See what I mean? Almost like a laser pointer. Now you're going to create these in your brain. You're going to imagine these 2 points. Now, think of yourself as having 2 brains, not just one. You have one on the left side, and you have one on the right side. And you got like the big divide down the center. You got to activate both of those sides. Now, let's go back to that beam of light I was telling you about with the 2 points on the wall. Let's concentrate in on one point, and let's really look at it. Let's look deep into that dot. And if you look deep enough into that dot, you're going to see an atom with some electrons going around it. Now, hey, I'm a terrible artist. I'll be the first one to admit it. But I tried to draw a picture up of this. In the middle we have the atom. Then we have an electron going around it this way. And we have one coming around this way. Okay? Now you have to imagine these electrons going around this atom. And the faster they go around, the brighter this atom gets. Until it forms a dot. Okay? Forget about the beam of light now. We're just talking about a dot. A self-sustaining energy point. Okay? How else I used to think about this when I first started is with 2 safety pins. It's crazy. You know, the ones that fold over? If you get 2 safety pins and you cross them like this, it almost looks like 2 overlapping electron rings. Now, if you think about that, you think about the electrons moving, and it starts to glow a little bit, okay? Well, what you're going to do is you're going to put both these points on the front of your head. Now, this is when you're like you're relaxed and you're like almost in a semi-meditation state. Not thinking about anything else. Just thinking about these 2 dots on your head and how they're glowing and how it is an electron. Now, this electron we're going to make go throughout our entire brain from the front all the way down to the back and then around and back up again. Now, I'm sure just about everybody out here is familiar with a CAT scan. It's on, think of like a meat slicer, all right? It just takes slices of the brain. It takes pictures of slices of the brain. That's what you're going to do in your mind. You're going to break your brain up into slices, coming all the way down and all the way down on this side. So if you were to like open it, it would just open like a big square of boiled ham that's already sliced, just opening up, okay? Let's close that back up again. Now, we're going to make those electrons go from the front to the back, all the way around the side and up again. Now, what we're going to do, we're going to think about moving that like maybe 1/16 of an inch over, okay? And we're going to make it go back and do it again. Now you have to visualize that electron traveling on your brain. Let me do a demonstration here. Now, so we would start up here, and then we go all the way around the back to the back of the brain, and then we come up and come back. Okay? You see this? Go up, down, and back. Up, down, and back. And you drop the top down a little bit, like this, till you start coming down a little lower. Then come down a little lower. Then come down a little lower. Until you have that whole brain covered with the electron. And it's starting to like, it's almost as if this brain was like starting to light up a little bit, all right? So we start in the front, then we go all the way around to the back, we come up, go all the way down again, and at the same time, we're doing the other side too, okay? Now, what happens here is, at first, you're going to start real slow. You're going to see that atom go all the way back through the center of your head. We're not just talking about this thing going up on the top of the head. We're talking about going straight through, all right? We got to light up every cubic centimeter in that brain with this electron. And we got to make it keep going faster and faster and faster until in your mind's eye you can see both sides of your brain starting to glow, because the light is just like throbbing out the sides of your head in your mind's eye, okay? Now you have to do that for at least a half hour or 40 minutes a day, every day, and concentrate really hard on making those electrons flow faster and faster. You should have them after, I'd say after about a week, you should be able to visualize an almost an instantaneous, like 1/2 of a second, almost like a light that would go around on the inside of your head, okay? Then you just keep moving it over, just like a meat slicer, until you come all the way out to the side, then go all the way back in and all the way out to the side. Meanwhile, you're doing both sides at the same time. Now, after a while, I'd say after like a month or two of doing this, your whole brain is going to be stimulated and it's going to be open to everything. Now, how will you know when you have achieved the maximum saturation? That's easy. That is the easy part. At night, if you have your room completely dark and you start visualizing that light going on in your head and it's like it's starting to throb, all right? The faster you make that light go around in your head will start to throb. You will see a glow on all the walls inside of your room, almost like a carousel going around. Okay? Don't freak out. Don't think you lost your mind. That is what is supposed to happen. Your head, from here up and around, will start glowing. That's when you know you have reached maximum saturation level. At that point, you could connect with almost anybody you could think of, living or dead. However, there is a drawback to this. I would say after 2 months, stop. Because what's going to happen is you're going to be so tuned in to all these different things that are around you. You're going to forget, you might forget to go to the bathroom. You might forget to eat. You might not know how to get out to your car. Don't you dare try to drive a car. You can't. If you're doing a good job, you can't. You should really have some friend with you when you start getting in a little later stages, like after 3 weeks. Just have somebody hang out with you to watch you and make sure, you don't leave your gas stove on and then you walk out, or who knows what you could do, because you're going to be in another realm. All right? And I would suggest after that you stop, because your brain is then completely stimulated and saturated. You don't need to do any more. At that point, like I'm telling you, the sky is the limit. Well, I want you to know that my psychic research group is still looking for new members. And if you're interested, just contact us through my website, realadultwizardschool.com. And you can apply online, and don't forget to send a picture too. And we'll get back in touch with you, and maybe we can set up a one-to-one meeting, and we could see what happens from that point on. Don't forget, we're in the Poconos, PA. I think that is just about it for this video. So people, thanks for watching this video. And some people out there, this is going to go right over your head. That's understandable. But don't knock it until you try it. And then, don't get so scared that you think you've lost your mind when you start doing this. And you start picking up things that you never dreamed you could pick up before in your life. It will happen, and it is going to happen. And once you start doing this, you're going to be contacted by all kinds of spirits. Be ready for it. Don't be afraid. Okay, people, don't forget, contact me if you're interested in joining my group. It's going to be a mind-shattering experience, let me tell you. So this is Vince, signing off. Have a good one, everybody.